To the Maldives.
Thank you, Mr. President. My delegation aligns itself with the statement delivered by Jordan from the National Transitional Council. The Maldives recognizes National Transitional Council as the legitimate body representing the aspirations of the people of Libya. The Maldives would like to begin by stating on the record that it does not recognize the legitimacy of the regime of Muammar Gaddafi or the legitimacy of those who are here to speak on his behalf today. The Maldives delegation is ashamed to share the room with the representatives of a man who has used his military and paramilitary forces to kill and torture thousands of innocent people, including women and children. We struggle to comprehend or to find the words to describe such brutality. Let me be very clear. The only reason we have agreed to share this chamber with the representatives of Muammar Gaddafi is in order to allow the Council to continue the important work it began with February's special session, namely to hold Muammar Gaddafi and his associates accountable for their crimes and to secure justice for those who have suffered and died at his hands. Mr. President, the Maldives would like to thank the Commission of Inquiry for its report. While the report is long and detailed, the story it tells is a simple one. For decades, the people of Libya have lived under a system of government described in the report as one-man rule using fear, intimidation and incentives based on loyalty. Under the government of Muammar Gaddafi, Libyans have never been allowed to voice their thoughts, to read a free press, to question their leaders, to form parties and associations, to gather and demand improvements in their lives, or to choose their government. It was against this background that the rising tide of the Muslim awakening reached the borders of Libya, giving hope that Libyans, like their brothers and sisters elsewhere in North Africa, could at least secure change through the force of their convictions and through the power of their ideas. Yet, instead of listening and responding to the legitimate aspirations of the protest movement, the regime of Muammar Gaddafi chose to use his state security apparatus to crack down, to intimidate rather than to talk, to put his own narrow self-interest before the well-being of his people and his country. The moment he did so, he and his government became directly responsible for the tragic events which have unfolded ever since, including the deaths of thousands of innocent men, women and children, and the serious and widespread violations of all human rights. Because of these and other crimes committed by the Tripoli authorities, the Commission of Inquiry has concluded that crimes against humanity and war crimes have been committed in Libya. The Maldives supports this conclusion. Mr. President, the Maldives is pleased that the international community has stepped in to protect the lives and rights of the people of Libya. We continue to strongly support international military intervention in Libya aimed at protecting the civilian population under Security Council Resolution 1973 and as a main co-sponsor of the February Human Rights Council Special Session on Libya. We strongly support the work of this body to ascertain the facts, to secure accountability and to fight impunity. The report before us represents another important step along the road to truth, accountability and justice. The report is, in our opinion, fair, balanced and authoritative. Hence, we call on Tripoli regime to fully and unconditionally implement the recommendations addressed to it. We welcome the fact that the National Transitional Council has already unconditionally accepted all recommendations. In conclusion, the Maldives would like to ask the Commission of Inquiry the following question. Based on the assumption that Tripoli authorities are unlikely to take action to promote accountability or to challenge the pervading atmosphere.
We have quite a few speakers left, and if you conclude your remarks, thank you very much.
I thank you, Mr. President.